Hi everyone, my name is Christine and welcome to Vision Star. And today I'm going to be talking about October 2017 forecast and astrologically. And I will be going down to the details about the most important events that will occur and explain it to you on a general level and what you can expect that would occur for you in your life. So before going straight into that, I'm just going to be doing a small introduction about myself. I am Christine, and I've been doing the practice of studying the stars in the sky for more than 7 years. I've never really exposed myself online like this, um, telling people that I really do astrology and all that, only with some clients and very close friends. So yeah, please do bear with me with that. But here is the start of my journey. October 2017 is going to be very special, and guess what? Jupiter is coming into Scorpio. So this is definitely more of a sign, not really a sign, but more of a Jupiter in Scorpio like nature. And I am a Scorpio, so even though that I did not plan this, I did not really intend to do this really because um, I'm not really comfortable with that. I ended up doing it anyway, so here I am. So yeah, I'm going to be talking about myself. If you guys want, maybe in the next video, not here. So anyway, let's get down to business and start with our October forecast. On October 1st, there's going to be a trine with Mars and Pluto. And this kind of an alignment might be tricky for some people, but for some people, it can also be a very wonderful time. Mars is about action, and Pluto is about intensity, something that is hidden, something that is very secretive, cold in the dark, something that is, something that you want to dabble on. It's a secret that you wanted to figure out, and it's in a trend. So maybe you'll find out something, or something very surprising could be occurring in your life. Since October 1st already occurred few days ago, um, you should have had an experience wherein something very harmonious, something easy occurred in your life. Maybe it's something that you did not believe in that will ever happen, but it did. It could be something like that. It could be that, allies getting together, or a partnership um, getting stronger, that kind of thing. It's a very bonding time for a lot of people. If you are a Scorpio or a water sign specifically, there are cases that you are at the point of your life wherein you feel strong, especially if you are someone who is usually timid and weak. You might find yourself having a lot of surge of energy. Now, please do know that this will actually depend what your Mars and Pluto sign is, because it's going to be different for everyone. And your sun signs is not really going to be the only basis of this alignment. But we'll get to those later. Like overall, the first, how October starts is actually good, but too much of it can be a cause of a problem. So it could be a difficult time as well, because I do expect that within some people within October 2 to 4 might have some form of problems, tensions, and uneasy situations in their everyday life, maybe at work. It could be some form of misunderstandings with people as well. But it's not really a big deal, just small mishaps here and there, which can easily be fixed. thankfully. So on October 5th, we do have a full moon in Aries, and it's going to be at the 12 degrees in Pisces. And with this alignment, it's going to be very powerful, very emotional, and very intense. Um, we all know how Aries is like Mars. Aries is more of a warrior, wanting to initiate things, wanting to start things, and sometimes it triggers a war. So there is that kind of thing. We do have Pisces here, and Pisces is very sensitive. And this combination is telling me more of it's either that you awaken an emotion that is deep down inside of you that has been in dormant for quite some time. But with Pisces over here, I kind of feel that it's suddenly rising up. It's suddenly um, being highlighted. So this could be in the form of an emotional outburst, and I would have to warn you guys in because this could also trigger some some accidents, that sort of stuff. It could be something to do with carelessness on whether it's due to your verbal communication or dealing with people. It could be something like that because sometimes Aries can be suddenly it's like I can't control myself. Even though that the issue is just a small thing, it can awaken a roaring lion into a very petty situation. That is possible as well. Also, um, since this is a full moon, it's already energized with emotions. So, with an added boost of Aries here in Pisces, it intensifies things on a deeper level as well. Since, you know, we all know that Pisces is also the number 12 and it's related to the 12th house. So, there could be some secrets going to be revealed or, something you don't know, you don't want to happen. Something very surprising is in store right there. But on the good on the good side, this could also be, something um, feeling inspired over something and wanting to start something new, wanting to, try something for a change, which can actually very harmonious effect for you. It's like, you know, all this time you feel dead and then suddenly you're rising up, feeling so alive, and I just want to um, spread my wings and fly. That could be a possibility. So, yeah, what a way to start the week, right? Also, please do know that, the full moon has a relation to what has happened last month. So if there were any important events that has occurred during September or even before that, there is a possibility that there's going to be some form of highlight, a culmination on how things are going to be as we enter full moon in Aries. And you can actually feel this after 2 to 3 days or so of the full moon. Some of you guys will sense this even before the specific date of the full moon. So in a way, October 10 or October 11, we do have Jupiter coming in to Scorpio, and that is really the awaited event of almost every astrologers out there and every people really, because Jupiter only travels, moves to a sign every 12 years. So it's been a long time since it has moved. So it is coming to its 13th month period. And It's on the sign of Scorpio. And whenever we talk about Jupiter, Jupiter is a planet of luck, expansion. In ancient astrology, is actually the husband star. I'm not sure if you guys know that, and if you don't know, then what knowledge I'm sharing you guys is actually very important and helpful. So with this, I do feel that, partnerships are going to be very important in your life. Generally, I'm speaking in general terms. So if you're a woman, it could be that you're in concern with um, a man in your life, or you will be giving a form of highlight in relationships. And if you're a man, then I kind of feel that you probably are triggering something also in partnerships, but you'll be in concern of your masculine energy. So, are you being passive in the relationship? Why? What makes you happy? Because Jupiter is a very optimistic sign. So, if you're not happy, that's going to be a big concern into the situation right here. And you know that this is a 13th month cycle, period, rather. And the number 13 is the number of death, number of rebirth and transformation as well. So I kind of feel that this is more of a double whammy. Not only it's that it's going to Scorpio, but it's a 13-month period as well. And by numerology, 13 is a more of a fated event. So something could happen in your life that could be somehow fated. And it could be good or bad. Let's admit it, there's nothing that's all good and nothing that's all bad. But I kind of feel that this has a more harmonious effect, ideally, because I said so. Kidding. Because Jupiter is having an harmonious effect rather than how it was when it was in Libra. It has been very challenging, especially that Libra is the kind of sign that is full of doubt. Libra is in its natural sign of descendant. So if you imagine the wheel of the chart of an astrological chart, the part where there we see where this descendant is, it's going down. It's going down. Um, could be going up, but its natural state of the cycle is going downwards. I'm probably going to be explaining about that on a separate video, but Libras can be pessimistic, even though that they may not show that. A part of them might be feeling sad, and it's just a natural thing. That is why that Libra is very. A lot of Libras are known for being indecisive, cannot make a decision. Some Libras are pretty much good at making decisions, so it's going to be depending on everyone's specific birth chart. So, so I kind of feel that this is about something in the relationship that is going to be changing. And when I talk about the relationship, it doesn't mean that it's a love relationship. It could be something about career. It could be something about your relationship with family or specific people in your life. It could be with your friends or people that you interact with on a daily basis. There is some form of highlight and culmination coming in those signs, in those houses rather. So it could be a restart of a relationship because the number 13 is transformation and rebirth as well. So there's going to be a lot of talks that are coming out that are usually not talked about. And for example, about here, me doing this video, I am usually not going to be doing a video about this, but I suddenly have this spark of an idea that I know so much and I tend to share this with a lot of people. I don't want to be amused just by myself. I want to share what I know to people and show them that this is just not some hocus pocus kind of a thing. It's science, it's real. And, intuition is one thing, but looking at the stars, studying about this, it all makes sense. And a lot of astrology is actually based on the Bible. Whether you are aware of that or not, whether you believe that or not, that is what I know and that's what I believe. And it just all lined up and it makes sense. So, these are the kind of stuff that you can expect when we are dealing with Jupiter and Scorpio. A lot of things coming out, a lot of expansion. Now, for those who have their ascendant on Scorpio, you might also see yourself getting a little bit chubbier, probably, in case our ascendant is our body or physical um, appearance. So, if it expands on your ascendant, you might find yourself probably gaining a bit of weight right there. So keep that in mind, especially if it's in your first house. So wherever Jupiter expands, it's going to be like that. Now, if your Jupiter in your chart is reversed, um, don't ever think that it's going to give you a negative effect because in reality, it's going to be times two of the effect. So if you have your Jupiter reversed in your, for example, seventh house, you can expect some form of a harmonious thing to occur in terms of your relationships with people, and whether that is going to be with one-on-one basis or with a whole lot of people are two different things. But we do see for sure that there's going to be something that's really, really good, and there's not you won't be getting any form of oppositions when that occurs. So it's really a good thing. So please do keep that in mind. I highly kind of think that this is going to have a lot of emphasis on relationships because soon after that we do have the new moon coming in on the sign of Libra. And this is going to give you some form of awareness into to beauty, to love, to relationships, something that is all Venusian like. Could be with your appearance as well. Who knows, right? And we are going to be seeing the sun and moon uniting. And it's on 26 degrees in Libra. And 26 degrees is the sign of Taurus. So whatever you start during the new moon in Libra, I do feel that this is going to give a, a long lasting effect really because Taurus is a very fixed sign. It's not going to be a very changing situation. And with the sun and moon, I see the sun as the man and the moon is a woman. So this is like soulmates, twin flames, you know, those kinds of situations. And they are not separating, they are uniting, they are coming together. So I kind of feel that this is more about a man and a woman getting together, patching things up. There is a restart. Could be sealing the knot or sealing the relationship, that sort of stuff. And it is in conjunct with Uranus, also in 26 degrees in Aries. And I kind of feel that this is going to be a risky move. Uranus is like a bomb, you know, a revolutionary, someone that wants to change things, the kind of planet that will not accept anything less. So you might come into terms of making a risk, really. You would want to make a risk about something in terms of the relationship, and you want to start something new. It could be that you wanted to rebel. Maybe you suddenly wanted to be single, probably, if you are in a long-term relationship. But of course, not everyone in a long-term relationship are going to be single. It's just that some of you guys might make a decision about their relationship and they might go solo or they might start a new relationship. Either way, it's a risk. It's a very rebelling nature, honestly. But it's also in the degree of Taurus. And again, it's going to have a very long lasting effect. So if you are going to make a decision, this is all or nothing and you cannot turn back. It's going to be a very lasting effect. But on the good side, it's like you have waited for someone to come into your life and now they are there right in front of you and asking to be with you again. And maybe this time they're going to be staying. I'm not saying that, but that is one possibility into the situation. Either way, there's really a good time for every sign, especially for Scorpio. The only thing that I want to point out is that maybe Taurus, the person who doesn't really want to do this sign is the kind of sign that does not want radical changes. They feel uncomfortable with that. If ever they want to make a change, they want to make a change into changing something so they won't change. Does that make sense? But that is Taurus. So they might have some form of problem and um, difficulties. But either way, it's still going to have an easy and harmonious effect. Also, in ancient astrology, please do know that Mercury and Jupiter are going to be invincible during the first half of the month. So they may not be that much effective. But on the second half of the month, um, slowly Jupiter is going to be showing up. But the date that it becomes visible is on November. But you will see the effect more and more at the middle of October. So these are the most important facts on October 2017. So anyway, guys, please do follow me on Twitter if you want some little bits of information about the alignment in astrology on a daily basis, or just a little bit of facts and details about the knowledge that I share about ancient astrology and all that. So thank you for watching, and please do hit like or subscribe if you want more of this video. And I'll see you guys again next time. Goodbye.